Let's go on to the main event. Let's talk about the championship match: Iyo Sky versus Rhea Ripley with special guest referee Bianca Belair. Now, I know how much we shitted on this, and we are not wrong when it comes to this. This is still continues to be a fucking shit show of a feud, of a story going into WrestleMania. Just from the beginning, it just hasn't made a whole lot of sense. The fact that Bianca Belair won the Elimination Chamber, it was supposed to be Bianca versus Rhea. Then it got changed to Iyo Sky versus Bianca after Iyo Sky defeated Rhea on a random Monday Night Raw. Iyo and Bianca were going to do a contract signing for their match at WrestleMania. It gets interrupted by Rhea Ripley, who signs her paper on the dotted line. Rhea Ripley thinks she's in the triple threat match. But then Adam Pearce says, no, this is not a legal this is not how it works. You can't just sign your name on paper. You already have a rematch anyway. So you're going to have a rematch versus Iyo Sky. And the winner of Iyo Sky and Rhea Ripley goes on to WrestleMania to face Bianca. And by the way, the special guest referee is going to be Bianca Belair. One of the worst decisions to put the challenger of the championship in the middle of the match, because she can pretty much just decide whoever she wants if she wants to. I want to face Iyo Sky. She could just call it towards Iyo Sky, or vice versa, Rhea Ripley. But that didn't happen in this match. Bianca Belair called it right down the middle. Iyo Sky and Rhea Ripley had one hell of a match. And Rhea Ripley accidentally took out Bianca during the match. I thought for sure that was over. Okay, just like that, disqualification. Bianca Belair did not call the match there. It wasn't until Iyo Sky accidentally got some offense on Bianca Belair. She accidentally got drop kicked. Iyo Sky hit Bianca Belair. And that was when Bianca Belair decided, you know what? Enough is enough. You got me. Rhea Ripley attacked me. Iyo Sky attacked me. I'm done with both of y'all. The match is over. Rhea Ripley and Iyo Sky both got disqualified. Double disqualification. Iyo Sky keeps the title. Rhea Ripley is not going to WrestleMania. That's what happened in this main event. It's looking like Iyo Sky versus Bianca Belair right now. And Rhea Ripley is out of the picture. Officially, this is where we're at right now. Now, can that change? Maybe. Can that turn into a triple threat match? Maybe. Even though we already have a triple threat match with Punk, Cena, and Seth. What the hell was this all about? What do you guys think is going to happen next? Because there's no way Rhea Ripley is just not going to be in WrestleMania. That just makes no fucking sense. So, Blood, I went with you first already. BT, I went with you first already. I'm going to go first with Tommy, and then we'll go from there. Go ahead, Tommy.
It's going to be a triple threat. Guarantee it. But the brawl that happened afterwards, there's no possible way that it's not going to be a triple threat. That's just what it's going to end up being. That's where it's been leading to this entire time. Why Adam Pearce didn't just say, screw it, it's a triple threat at this point, I don't know. But with this, like, Rhea's pissed. Even in an interview afterwards, like, Rhea, she's like, I had her. It was a 20 count. I had her.
Mm-hmm.
But where was Bianca? And Wade Barrett said it quite wisely. One of these two would be easier than the other. It's very clear that, to me, to Wade Barrett, to Rhea herself, Bianca's scared of Rhea. I feel like she's dodging her as much as she possibly can and is leaning towards Iyo because of the fact that she knows that Iyo would be the easier one to beat between the two. Rhea is just that dominant that Bianca knows that if it was just her and Rhea face-to-face, one-on-one at Mania, her little streak would be over. There would be no continuance of a Bianca Belair undefeated Mania streak. There just wouldn't be, because Rhea would absolutely wreck her. She's scared of Rhea Ripley, of the brutality that Rhea would bring. And if this is not a triple threat, I am concerned.
But then we would have two triple threat matches.
So? Oh, okay. Tell me. And we've said this many times before. Would it sell seats more if Rhea was in that match as a triple threat compared to if it was just Iyo and Bianca?
Yeah, I mean, there'd be more interest. The tickets are already sold out, regardless.
And the story overall has been leading this entire time to a triple threat.
Yeah,
that's
man.
Being. And the way that this specific segment ended, it has to be. These three were going at it. There's no possible way that it's not going to be a triple threat.
I don't know. The other thing, too, that's important to point out before I go on to Mr. Blood is it seemed like the fans in the UK were going for Iyo Sky more. Iyo Sky was getting a bigger pop than Rhea Ripley was before the match started, and Rhea Ripley was also kind of surprised by it. She was kind of looking around like, what the fuck is going on here? Is it possible that the fans are just accepting the fact that it's Iyo Sky's time now and Rhea Ripley is the champion of the past? It's time to move on from Rhea Ripley?
She had that time and her reign didn't even go well.
Go ahead, Blood.
I hate everything about this. I absolutely hate every fucking thing about this. Out of everybody on this panel, no one has hated this more than me. I think we can all agree I've been exceptionally vocal about this. From the fact that the story should have gone, Iyo or Rhea beats fucking Liv for the title. One of them goes to the chamber as the winner to challenge the other one to tell the simple story that Rhea has never beaten Iyo. It was right fucking there. You leave Bianca on the fucking SmackDown story. She's already motherfucking on. It was that simple, cut, dry, print it, fucking send it to post. What pisses me off even more, every decision about tonight was fucking stupid. I said last week, Adam Pearce is out here gaslighting us. Okay? Triple H has Adam Pearce gaslighting us. This woman hates each other. We're going to have a definitive winner. Really? Then why did you put the one other person both of them have a problem with in the match as the fucking special guest referee if you weren't trying to cause problems? When was the last time in WWE mother cluster fucking history that a special guest referee match ever went the way it was supposed to? Down the middle. Name it. When was the last fucking time? Okay? Shut up, Toxic. And as far as it is concerned, look, what pisses me off about this the most, aside from the fact that Bianca is full-blown acting like a heel. She tried to be impartial, but look at her facial expressions tonight. Look how she reacted when she had them call for the double DQ. She looked almost smugly satisfied with herself. Just that whole look on her face like, I'm done with this. The coward in her. Keep in mind, she may be afraid of Rhea because she thinks that she can't beat Rhea, that Rhea's too much of a threat. But the Bianca 3 years ago could have beaten Rhea today. This Bianca has lost her fucking edge because she's been in the tag team scene for almost a fucking year. And on top of that, And this is the part that really motherfucking pisses me off. You're trying to sell me on Iyo being the fucking champion. Then why did you just bury her by having Rhea get a clear visual pin that went up to almost 20 fucking counts? You didn't just bury her once. You didn't just bury her twice. Not 3 times. Not 4. You buried her 5 fucking times. Oh, sorry, 6.5 equals almost 20. 20 counts. You just told me Rhea is better than Iyo. Iyo beat Rhea by a fluke. And Iyo shouldn't be champion. You just told me right there that Iyo only lost on the first fucking defense. You just fucking buried her. Right there. Character suicide. You just literally told me Rhea never should have lost. You just showed me. You've just fucked Iyo over in front of all the fans. Anybody can see it. Oh, so Rhea should have won. That's what everybody's going to think coming out of this. Rhea technically did win. It wasn't just a 6 count or a 4 count and she kicked out. No, she hit her with one riptide and Iyo was down for almost half a minute. Okay? What are we doing here? Why did you have Iyo beat Rhea if you were just going to sit there and tell us that Iyo never should have beat Rhea? That the only reason Iyo beat Rhea was because of Bianca. You just fucking showed us. You're pussyfooting around the fact that you want this match to be a triple threat. So you were dragging this shit out across weeks and weeks of bullshit segments just to fill the gap of time you need to get to Mania to make it an official fucking match. That's what's happening here. And we're getting this lackluster, garbage-ass, plot-hole-ridden fucking booking because of it. And you didn't just screw up Io's character now by making her look like an afterthought in almost every fucking segment. You let them pie-face her across 3 fucking weeks. You screwed Rhea out of a title she fought her ass to get back from Liv for the whole fucking return that she had after her fucking injury. You screwed her there. Then you randomly decide that rematches are a thing of fucking again. Just to screw her over by putting the one person who has a fucking problem with her, clear as day, in the middle of the both of them tonight. And then you let that person decide that a DQ was fucking going to be okay. And now you just thought that, they weren't going to have a fight and a problem with each other afterwards? I love how security doesn't come down to break the 3 of these girls up this week, but it did every other week. But when it came to Jimmy and Jay earlier tonight, they took their fucking time getting down to the ring to stop them. But all of a sudden, any other week, security's there in 3 fucking seconds flat before the fans already start cheering, let them fight. This pissed me off. It was the dumbest fucking shit. I thought the fucking Tiffany Stratton-Charlotte feud was middling at best to low. This shit, on sheer stupidity, plot holes, and just the dumbest fucking 3rd grade booking I've ever fucking seen. Smashing your action figures together until Mania. This is the worst fucking booked match going into Mania. Period, bar none. You can't change my mind. The match is going to be great. Fantastic. This feud is not making me want to see the match. It's making me go, can I just have the match already so this is fucking over? Like, this feud is giving me go away heat. I want to see the match. I don't want to see the segments anymore. Fucking stupid. Fucking stupid.
Yeah, I think I don't know why, but for some reason it just feels like the WWE is really trying to stick Iyo Sky like down people's throats. And not that there's anything wrong with Iyo Sky, but I mean, you say that she got buried and stuff, but I think they're protecting Iyo Sky more than anything, because it just seems like out of nowhere she got added into this title picture mix, and then yes, she took like she was out for the count for like 20 seconds, but let's not forget Rhea Ripley hasn't been able to beat Iyo Sky, and like Iyo
But
Sky
if
is
you're
3-0.
but if you're protecting her, you would not have let the visual pin be a spot in the match at all.
Iyo Sky still didn't lose to Rhea Ripley.
But she did by visual pin. Visual pin still matters in the eyes of the fans because if a ref was in there, that match is over. Title changes hands.
If you want to talk about visuals, then we can also talk about how good Iyo Sky looked versus Rhea Ripley tonight, which
Iyo is a phenomenal fucking performer. Anybody who doubts that doesn't understand just basic enjoyment of wrestling. She is top tier future Hall of Famer. I guarantee it. No questions asked. But I'm sorry. The moment that you let that visual pin be a booked part of the match, you just told every fan in the building that she only beat Rhea because of Bianca and it was a fluke. That's what you just told everyone. Her championship run was a fluke.
Yeah, you could look at it that way, but Rhea Ripley also didn't get the pin because she was the one that took out Bianca Belair in the first place. So that's kind of
Bianca shouldn't have been in the way. Bianca was in the way. That's on Bianca. Bianca was way too close to them all fucking night.
Yeah.
The ref needs to stay in the fucking corner.
Yeah, regardless of like I'm not trying to defend the booking or anything, but even though like we completely shitted on everything leading up to this, I don't think I hated this match as much as everyone else did. I actually kind of enjoyed it regardless of how bad everything else around it is. But the way that these three women worked this match was actually main event worthy.
Don't get me wrong. This would have been a great match on a PLE that had nothing to do with a build to a Mania match. This would have been great if it was the actual match, except the DQ finish. This would have been great. However, because it has to do with the build and the characters involved and the story and the foundation you've laid, this was out of place. And this match, don't get me wrong, in-ring work, these girls killed it because of course they did. It's Rhea and Iyo. How could they fuck up? Name me one bad match they've ever had. I'll wait. Checks notes. You can't name one. But this was out of place for what they did. This should not have been here. And I'm angry because I feel the worst for Iyo. They have let these girls pie-face her in the promos. They have made her an afterthought centering on the anger between Bianca and Rhea, but not focusing on the woman with the championship you just put around her waist. And you keep letting them treat her like a little kid. They keep big brothering her over and over again. And you're making Iyo look weak. Sure, she gets to stand on top sometimes, but you're still letting them treat her like a pipsqueak. And it's like, dude, that's your champion. You see anybody pie-facing Cody Rhodes every week?
Yeah, this is probably like the definition of booking yourself in a corner, because no matter how this match ended, it was going to get criticized. It was going to get hated on. It was going to get beaten down to like, you know, till the end of it. Because like, what worst case scenario, the title gets put back on Rhea Ripley and Rhea Ripley goes to WrestleMania. But then that will fucking make Iyo Sky look like shit too. So I don't fucking know. But let's hear from Toxic and then BT about this main event.
I 100% agree with Blood. This is fucking stupid. They should have just made it a triple threat as soon as like Pierce was like saw them fighting like last week or 2 weeks ago. He's just like, you know what? I'm fucking done. Yo, Mania. It's fucking stupid. Why wait until 2 or 3 weeks until Mania to start actually like giving us the idea next week we're getting the triple threat? And that's what we thought last week. Last week we're like, oh, we're gonna get the triple threat after this match. But we didn't. It's just fucking stupid. And Blood, I am gonna answer your question. Actually, no, I'm not. Okay, I gotta get out of here because it's like 12. So, peace.
All right, thanks, Toxic. BT?
All right. First off, Thank you, Monte Joseph Clark. Thank you, Mr. Blood, for fucking saying to us straight flat that this has been the most dog shit women's feud that we have ever fucking seen. I swear to God, I could not hammer that home enough. You have heard my outrage for this for the past couple weeks. And this match fully confirmed it. Brother, you're telling me that this is for the people that want the women to main event WrestleMania. You're telling me that you want this match to main event WrestleMania, but you're going to capitalize off of a dog shit feud that hasn't made any fucking sense. We have seen it millions of times with the Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Ronda Rousey story. Okay? It wasn't the best build, but the match itself was a bit meh. Not the most memorable main event. But even Sasha and Bianca had at least a bit of a feud that made sense. And that was worthy enough to main event WrestleMania. This shit? No. Fuck no. I'm sorry. But no. Like, not even fucking Tiffany and Charlotte could top that. Could top the shit that we're seeing with Roman, Punk, and Seth. The shit that we're seeing with Jay and Gunther. The shit that we're seeing with Cena and Cody. It can't. The star power and the fucking storytelling in itself. Like, it can't be capitalized on. It just can't. And I'm sorry to all of the women that put all of their time, effort, and energy to try and fucking get the best out of those feuds. Those dog shit feuds, and have amazing show-stealing matches. I feel for you ladies. But it's starting to get to the point where we need to look at ourselves in the mirror and say, what the fuck's the point? What the fuck's the point? We put all of this time and energy into these matches for nothing. Like, it's for nothing at this point. So, yeah, I 100% agree with Mr. Blood here. The most dog shit women's feud. Like, this feud is more worse than Sasha versus Charlotte in 2016. It is. And that feud had the title hot potato millions of fucking times. So I'm pretty sure we should have fucking learnt something there. But apparently not. But yeah, this booking-wise is the most dog shit women's feud that I have ever seen. Point blank, period.
Oh my god. We're gonna get canceled, you guys. Fuck it. Tommy, you want to add anything else before we get out of here?
Yes. So, it's a bad idea to put one specific person into a special guest referee spot when the former leader of the Nexus even says, hey, Bianca has a thing where this match will determine who she herself goes up against. This is a terrible idea.
Oh my goodness, what is going on?
And I will add this as well, that Iyo, after the match, put on her social media and all of that, her thoughts on her own match. And even her response was, I'm disappointed in the ending because it doesn't feel like a champion ending. And it really doesn't.
There's just no winning in this one, man. No, there's no winning in this one, fellas, I don't think, man. Regardless of it, this is probably going to be a triple threat match, but like, whoever wins it, they're just gonna have a bunch of shit smeared all over their face, I think. Unfortunately.
Which is exactly what I said last time. This is exactly what I said last time. It's not going to benefit anybody in the long run because half of the fucking reigns that we have seen them as champion have been dog shit. Like, Rhea is one of the biggest examples, as Mr. Blood said. She worked so hard to get that title back after dealing with a dog shit bitch in Liv Morgan's bitch
Okay,
ass
we're not gonna do
for
that.
6 straight
Nope.
months.
I'm gonna have
And
to
then-
edit that out. And then what?
I swear to God. And then you give her the title on the Raw, on the Netflix debut of Raw, only for her to do nothing, and then to lose it to Iyo, who should have been in the Elimination Chamber. It was right there. Iyo could have gotten her payback on Liv Morgan from what Liv did, beating her clean at Saturday Night's main event in 2024. It was right there.
Mm-hmm.
You could have told that story in the chamber.
And for what you did to, and for what they did to Kyrie
What?
Sane. Or not, oh, that was PC. Never mind, wrong one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But, yeah, it was right there. But we understand Jade Cargill coming back, beating up Naomi when we all expected for her to beat up Liv was a shock factor. Okay? We get it. They capitalize off of shock factors. But even then, what's the point of having needless shock factors when it doesn't make sense?
I mean, the biggest problem
I
here
thought we should have
is-
learned from this.
the biggest problem here is they keep booking themselves into a corner because even though we can't change history and put the proper person in the chamber and leave Bianca where she belonged on SmackDown in that story, you run the problem of this match being that of whoever wins, then what? That's what it is. Because Bianca, she can't win. You know why? She's in the middle of a feud with Naomi, also on the side of Jade Cargill. The only reason they threw Bianca into this was to get her away from the Naomi and fucking Jade feud long enough for Mania to happen so those two can get their shit out of the way at Mania. And probably some undermatched card. Here's the problem. At some point, Jade has to get back involved with Bianca and vice versa. You can't do that if you're on separate fucking brands. And there's no way they just pulled Bianca out of that story so quickly without any real resolution between her and Naomi and Jade. It's too quick. My problem is that they have removed her from that story and they have not inserted her back in that story because she's a very integral part of that story. So now you have another story that's suffering because of your lackluster booking with Bianca over here on Raw, a brand she doesn't even belong on currently. Okay? Then we have the other problem. Iyo's reigns have proven to be lackluster and just, I'm sorry, in-ring quality, her feuds are fantastic. Promo work, because there's a language barrier there, and her work across the board with whoever you're going to feud her with, they're never good. The only good feud she had was with Bayley. And that's because the rest of Damage Control was involved, not just the two of them. Then you have Rhea Ripley. If she wins again, is it going to turn into Rhea wins lull? That they always, as she become the new Charlotte, where in case of emergency, break glass, put the title on Rhea. In case of emergency, break glass, put the title on Randy Orton. Put it on freaking Roman Reigns. Put it on John Cena. Put it on Charlotte Flair. Like, the WWE has a history of, in case something goes wrong, they don't know what to do, put it on the reliable one. Okay, so you put it back on Rhea and Mania. Then what?
Yeah,
because that's the thing. We don't know who's getting called. We don't know who's getting called up from NXT for any worthwhile feuds.
Nope.
I mean, and I'm sorry, but Backlash will be coming right after Mania. So you're gonna book what a 2.5 to 3 week fucking feud for Rhea to go have a blood feud at Backlash to defend the title again? Like, or she could have to run it back against Bianca at Backlash or Iyo at Backlash. Then what?
I dare to say that if Bianca wins it, then it's probably going to be Jade Cargill chasing Bianca for the title.
But she then have to get drafted to Raw.
Exactly.
In order for that to happen.
Oh, yeah, she's on Raw. Never mind. Anyway, I got to get up out of here, you guys.
She's supposed to be on SmackDown. That's the thing. She's a SmackDown superstar. Feuding on Raw.
We'll see what happens next week with all this craziness. But until then, fellas, Thank you guys. My name is Edgar. I'm the host of Snug Wrestling Podcast. That was the Monday Night Raw review for tonight. And we will see you guys on Friday for SmackDown. Later. Deuces.
Later.
Deuces.
Yeah.
Night.
Yeet.